Do you consider yourself a beginner with eyeshadow application, but you want to change that? This video is for you. To start any eyeshadow application, you're gonna need a good eyeshadow primer. For me, I just use my concealer. This is gonna help my shadow stay all day long. Okay, after you're primed, now we're ready to talk shadows. For this look, I've got one shimmer shade, I've got a lighter matte shade, and a darker matte shade. All right, we're gonna start with our lighter matte shade. I'm gonna take my brush on the fluffy side, tap it into the product, and then just kind of tap off the excess. This color here is going to start right in the crease. So we're gonna do this right here in the crease or slightly above, and you're gonna do just these windshield wipers back and forth, and then blend upward toward the brow. Now the beauty of eyeshadow is you can literally stop at any point. So you can stop right here and put some mascara on and call it a day. But my favorite trick using this guy and then the more dense side is just tapping a little bit on the brush, and again, tap off the excess and then carry it underneath the eye. This is gonna keep your eye big and bright versus closed off with all that harsh black liner. Now we're moving on to the darker matte shade. You have some options here. For me personally, I like to feather it on with the more fluffy side of the brush. That way I can add my product as I want and really build up the color, versus with the dense side, you're gonna pack on a lot of pigment and it might be a little bit more difficult to blend out. So again, with either side of the brush, you're gonna tap into your darker matte shade and dust off the excess. I'm gonna close my eye because I'm gonna put this right at the lash line, and I'm gonna keep this color to the outer 1/3, but I'm literally just feathering and stamping this on. Once I get a good base, I will start to blend it in a bit toward the crease, but I keep that color mostly towards the outer third. One of my biggest tips with eyeshadow, if you're not getting enough pigment on your lid, don't be afraid to tap into that color more than one time to really build it up to get the look that you want. And with these darker shades, you're gonna have to spend some time blending it out. So I'll say for this look, I spend a majority of my time blending out this outer corner. Okay, once you have that blended out, you're gonna use the more dense side of the brush into that same shade, and you're gonna carry that darker shade just under the outer edge of the eye. We want the bottom of our eye to match the top. I said in the beginning, but I got too excited to get started. Hand placement with your brush is key. When you're applying your products, if you hold your hand close to the bristle, wherever you put that brush, that's where a majority of the product is gonna be placed on the lid, and it's gonna be super hard to blend it out. So if you'll slide your hand back just a touch, it's gonna be less product on the lid and it's gonna be easier to blend it out. All right, now that we have that settled, put the brush aside and grab your shimmer shade. I apply my shimmers with my fingers because a lot of times the brush will absorb the shimmer and you'll end up wasting a lot of product. So if you'll just grab a little bit of product on your finger and you're gonna apply this 2/3 the way across the lid. Again, don't be afraid to tap into that color more than one time to build up the look. All right, I finished up with a bit of mascara, but that is it. I hope this video was helpful to really break it down and show you exactly where to apply each shade using 3 shades with 1 shimmer and 2 mattes. Go ahead and save this video for the next time you're applying 3 shades, and hopefully it boosts your confidence in your application just a bit.